What's up, guys?
Hello.
Episode
21.
21. It is
Uh,
technically 6 months of
months in.
uploading this podcast. Halfway through the year, 52 episodes in
Yeah.
a year.
we were doing the math. What was that? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still sticking to that 5-day upload as best we can. Once a week podcast and all that, but once a day, 5 days a week in upload, and that's a lot of content, man. Like, oh, I should silence that. I'm sorry. But we've got some other
Professional.
Sorry, stonks, man.
It's okay.
But yeah, we were doing the math, and like, our goal was to like have too much content, so when people start watching, there's like a backlog for them to come back to, and
There's a lot.
there's gonna be a lot. People are
Most
starting to watch,
of it,
man.
no one's going to go back to.
Some of it. And
Maybe.
ironically, like, I've had one person this morning say that we're giving off very big, like, Cody and Noel vibes for Tiny Meat Gang, which are two of my favorite podcasters. And then the people that watch the gaming stuff were like, you're giving off really big, like, Game Grumps vibes. And I was like, what? And then hopefully when we do the sketches, we give off some, Mark and Ethan vibes. Because
Yeah.
you're clearly going to be the Mark in those. And I'm clearly going to be Ethan.
I need to watch more. I needed to watch more of those.
Wish you
I
had
did
done it,
not,
man.
unfortunately, get to watching those, even though you told me to.
I didn't get to watch
episode
all of
2
them.
of this fucking
Yeah,
podcast.
I didn't get to watch all of them either, man. But it's been that whole community, the Unis Honest community, has
Yeah.
been like a weird rock, man. Like some intense solidarity. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in a couple groups, and like I've got some friends actually that I don't know if you guys watch, but it's like anytime we're down, we just share. There's a picture of Ethan where he's got a vacuum or a GIF, and he picks up the vacuum and he's like, "Ah!" And like we'll share that to each other. Or there's another one where Mark is like doing the finger guns but dancing, and he's like, yeah, and like it's an immediate, like, no matter what's going on in the day, like I don't know what's going on with you, you don't know what's going on with me, but we can tell there's like a sad vibe, and we'll be like, here you go.
Meme.
Yeah, and it's like instant mood approval, man.
That's
Improvement. Yeah, but I love those guys so much.
Yeah,
So much. And they haven't responded to me.
it's okay. No,
Eventually they might, if we get bigger, they'll be like, oh, hey, you want a model for this? And I'll be like, remember when I asked you in 2021 and you just ignored my stuff?
No.
Yeah, I
I
do
would
want a
love
model
to.
for you.
Absolutely.
Of course,
Please.
bro. Yeah, no. But
No.
no, man. Like, our whole thing was like an excuse to just hang out with each other. And
It's
like,
been fun.
it's been really fun to do. Stressful,
Sometimes.
but really fun. And like we're kind of doing the Unis Honest vibe. How they uploaded every day for a year. But that, like, I'm glad we're doing that. We're not going to delete the channel after a year.
Yeah,
But, I remember one of their last videos, they were talking about how like no one will ever be able to do that again. People will get close and have similar vibes, and like I think we've got similar vibes to it, man. Like, of course we're not doing the weird stuff like, cooking with sex toys yet. But, I hope eventually some people will come back and start watching this stuff and stay for the wholesome bromance, man.
For the vibes.
For the vibes.
No, I mean,
Hey, are your vibes off, bro? You barely touched your water.
oh, bro.
That's one of my favorite things, man.
You haven't drank any of your liquid.
Bro, are you staying hydrated?
Do you need a hug?
Yeah, kind of all the time. I mean, what?
What?
But yeah, I hope so, man. We got some Rhett and Link comments too, where people were like, similar vibes. So we're doing something right.
It's just the bromances.
Yeah, it's all the bromances, dude. Like, literally.
Yeah,
But we're doing something right. We broke all our goals
it's
like
fun.
early.
So far, yeah, I mean, we're at, I think as of this video, 82 subscribers.
At
Thank
time
you.
of recording, yeah.
Thank you guys.
What's up? Love you.
Um,
People are actually sending me Snapchats. I don't know if they are for you. Well, Chrissy probably is, but
Yeah.
I'm actually getting Snapchats from people watching our videos, and I'm like, I don't understand this.
I don't really use my Snapchat with anyone except for
Yeah,
you,
I
my
use
girlfriend, Chrissy.
it. Yeah, I use it for you, your girlfriend, Chrissy, Mike, occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally.
And then I'll just get random people that are like, hey, I checked it out. Like, this joke is hilarious. And I'm like, thank you, dude.
Glad you liked it. Thank
Random
you.
strangers are starting to share my memes now, too, which is literally, I'll tell you now, all my shit posting is just a marketing tactic for this. So if it gets me 1 subscriber, you're welcome.
I'm glad that our incoherent and abhorrent random talks make you laugh.
Yeah. Even if there's only like 5 of you, dude. Like, because this is like we said at the beginning, it's just an excuse for us to get together once a week, man. And
Now we're together.
now we're together like every day.
Yeah.
But and it's nice, man. We got people hitting us up to come on the channel. You know,
fun.
like
I'm excited. Yeah, we're excited to keep having people on. We might start breaking the every 5 person eventually.
we might, yeah. Also, hold on. Can I do the ASMR pop?
ASMR break brought to you by Buffalo House Studios.
Wait, hold on. This cup is from a spot that cost me too much money. It's college.
Adrian.
I went there for marketing, but all I majored in was drinking. Which is why I bought the cup.
To drink out of. But
Dude, it's so poorly made too. You see that on the bottom?
yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, they bought some dollar store glasses and just popped their logo on it.
Yep.
That shit was a waste of money.
That's all right.
I paid off most of it. Out of $27,000, I only owe like 6.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, another goal that I'm hitting too friggin' quick, man. 2021, year of improvements. It's February for us.
Yeah. It's been I don't know. We've done things a little faster than I thought, which is kind of cool. Even if it's just, you know, that we're still able to keep up
Yeah.
at this point with everything going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you guys
That
don't
we
know.
won't discuss on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, we might discuss some
Eventually.
Of it on some of it we might discuss on episode 25 when Kratos comes on. We won't go in huge details on that, but that one's going to be like the complete opposite of episode 20, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to touch on some real issues in that one, probably, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think
Not
so.
not all of them, but we're going to discuss some daddy issues on that episode. There's another hint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chrissy
I was
found
like,
it out,
yeah,
by the way. Yeah, Chrissy Snapchatted me and was like, huh, is it? And I was like, it is. Holy crap. I was like, you actually watch our content, dude. Shout out Chrissy in this episode again. She just became a top fan last week.
Yay. There you go.
Got to step up your game, Mike. Sebastian. Love you, buddy.
He's probably just busy.
Yeah, we'll have
like
you on
I am.
eventually.
I pretty much don't check my phone. That's why you don't see me posting a lot.
I literally on mine I'll get like 15 minutes and I have maybe like 10 gigabytes of memes saved to my phone and I'll just and like then I just put my phone down and go away.
Yeah. No, I'm like it's just I'm ready for life to calm down so we can do more sketch and actually get to that. We've been talking about it here a lot, and we keep...
Yep. That actually, you know what? I'll put a little fire under our ass. We made a TikTok. Haven't posted to it, but we made one. And we're going to do some short form stuff on there. And now that I've said it on here, and we're what? How long in? 11 minutes? Some of you haven't left yet. Now you know that we have a TikTok, and now we have to start posting to it eventually. Not this week. Maybe when the episode drops, but not this week.
Yeah.
That one, I think, if you're cool with it, I might just do some random ones and be like, you think this is funny? And then just post it. I still want it to be like me and you, but like if I get a random ADHD idea at like 2 a.m, I'll just fucking go knock it out.
And if I have one, I'll try and do the same.
Yep. But yeah, now we have that. We've got like half a notebook of sketch ideas over the years that we got to knock out too.
They are so many. It's going to be one of those, like, what do we actually decide to do? Because
some of them will actually cost some money because the main premise of the jokes is like their high quality production value. That
we want to do well
sent,
with
man,
it.
That, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know when that one will drop. I don't care if it's 10, 15, 20 years from now. That is the greatest joke I've ever read. Like, full on, man. I was at work, like, trying to, like, take shit serious. And I was like, oh, I got a text from Brandon. And I opened it up and was like, I was dying, dude. Like, I was supposed to be training the new coworker. I was the team lead. And I was like, I'm sorry, I broke, man. Like, you got to give me like 10, 15 minutes because I was literally dying. And then I showed them that. And I was like, all right, read it in this voice. And he's like, okay. Holy shit. And I was like, it's good, right?
Yeah,
I cannot wait for that one.
We're going to...
And the Paramore one I told you about, that one's one I really want to do.
Okay.
Like soon, because she's making a resurgence right now. So we can ride that a little bit. Not her.
Yeah. No. Not me.
Well, how crazy would that be? Like, we're talking about, like, the years, like, we're doing too well. And, like, the end of the year, it's like I bring a new girlfriend to Christmas or something, and it's friggin' Haley Williams.
She's married.
You've seen my shirt.
Surprise!
I wouldn't actually do that, guys. That shirt's for the memes. Like, I'm not an e-boy. I'm not a SoundCloud rapper. I'm not a savage. I'm a Cancer, Gemini rising or something. I'm a sad boy.
I don't know what the hell that
I don't know what it means either. All I know is every time
people know, I don't.
Every time somebody does my birth chart, they're like, "Oh, you're really sad all the time," and I'm like, "What?"
Ooh, don't tell me.
Don't tell me about that. It hurts.
No,
but everything I post is just for jokes, man.
But yeah, like we've had so many thoughts about dumb sketches that we wanted to do.
Dude, it's having the 6-month marker right now for this episode. Like, I'm full on in my fills because I knew it was coming. Like, we just did episode 20, but episode 20 was like so fun and like carefree, and now like
Jeff.
Yeah, this one I'm like, oh wow, we're doing this. Like, this is actually like a relationship. Like, you're hitting that marker where you got to start thinking about the future. And I'm like, it was just an excuse to hang out. We got to have the talk. What are we to each other? You know, but for a channel, not an actual relationship. That analogy was bad, but someone will understand it.
Promo code Buffalo for a discount on Jeff's website here. That's actually real, by the way.
Yeah, you could actually. We have a collaboration too. That's a goal that I didn't think we would hit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I was just like, I almost said it halfway through.
Yeah.
But then you kept going. I was like, I'm just gonna let him have his moment.
Just so you guys know as well too, we had a snow day today.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, as it turns out, I misread my text messages, and I think I just accidentally didn't go to work.
And they were okay with it.
But they were okay with it, yeah, because they were like, dude, you're really tired. Like, it sounded like we were all going to have the day off. But anyways, we had a snow day, so I'm treating it like a weekend, and I don't take my Ritalin on the weekend, so this is another Ritalin-free episode, so, which is a good one to have on 6 months in, man, because we can ramble about, like, everything that we've done and what we're going to do, and...
Well... I know eventually...
I don't want to stay stuck on what we're going to do, though.
Yeah.
Because those episodes get a little boring. But I think we should focus on the shit that we didn't think we would hit, man.
Well, just the fact that we already have over 50 subscribers, regardless of whether they all watch at all, that number, that we got that many people
and
be like, hey.
Almost 200 on the Facebook page. Like,
oh, yeah.
And strangers are liking it now. Like...
That's cool.
Yeah, that was like a year-long goal.
It's nice to... I did not expect that.
It's humbling. Like, we said we would hit these markers like a year in. I thought we would get 3,000 total views a year in. We're more than double that. You know, of course, most of that's due to the Bromance episode, but, you know.
Hey, it's okay.
Come for the Bromance. Stay for the Bromance.
I don't know. I just kind of always like, we don't really act like we talk about it here and there. Obviously not on camera all the time, but like sometimes like, well, we just talk about what we want to do with the channel and what things. And a lot of the time, it's just like, how dumb is this going to be? How fun would this be?
Yeah.
And then like
we do it.
But it's just more of like, how are we going to be able to afford to do said thing? And we're gonna, because we that one thing he referenced earlier, it's gonna take some
that's gonna take some money,
maybe, or I have ideas.
Okay,
but the other one is like, I mean, we have quite a few. It's just a matter of now figuring out when we can do them and where.
Yeah, and with life in general, man, like.
Yeah.
We're understaffed where I work, so I'm going to be working like all the time. I might not
60,
even be
70 hours.
But we're going to keep it up, man.
At the very least, we're always going to bring the podcast.
Yeah. At the very least, but we're going to keep it going. And then all the improvements you're making, man, I can't wait until we can talk about that. You'll know the episode.
You'll see.
Yeah. That one's going to be very fun, but emotional.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna be drunk for that episode.
It's gonna be fun as fuck. No,
you guys will know. Another thing that was crazy, man, is when people come over and like
they like
well,
I mean,
they see the set and they're like excited about it, like they're going to like a movie premiere, and I'm like,
no,
dude, we're just your friends doing something dumb so we can hang out with each other. Like,
we just had to make it look cool.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's fun to sit in a spot that looks cool.
Yeah. Dude, I came down here. I was taking pictures down here. Like, I was like,
it's just fun to sit in a spot.
I was like, I look really good.
We'll have lights.
I'm going to go down there and just mess around. We do have lights. New lights.
It looks like it's glowing.
I don't want to point that out, but we fixed the hole behind the locker. Finally.
Yep. We did.
That's why the locker is there, by the way. You thought it was because we knew what we were doing with interior design.
No,
there was a big hole behind that.
It just also happened to work out that the thing was red.
Yeah.
Originally, it was going to be the banjo. It was going to be this banjo, but that banjo was not big enough to cover the hole.
Yep.
And then I forgot that thing was over in the back corner. And I was like, hey.
Yeah, it worked, man.
Red.
It worked.
It makes us look like we know what we're doing.
And, oh, wow, you guys are pretty good at branding. You set your colors really well. I always know when it's your YouTube video. Bro, it's primary colors.
I'm glad it worked. We were just like, oh, we're doing red,
blue, and yellow.
What are we supposed to paint the border?
Yellow.
We was like, yellow. So we did, and
then hell,
now it's purple because we threw light down.
To the Buffalo House sign, man. That and that are from the original Buffalo House. Look at it, blue and red.
We didn't do this on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, these just these are things we happen to own.
Yeah. Dude, I bought Manny
Yeah.
yesterday to the day a few years ago.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we went to Kmart when it was selling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we bought Manny.
Yeah, for the audio listeners,
Yeah.
Manny, the little
mannequin.
the dwarf mannequin.
Yeah. We bought him for like $50. He was me and my ex's child.
And then our merch.
And then our merch boy, yeah.
He was at every show as a
Every
merch
show.
display.
Yeah, and people would come by and be like, "That's so smart." Like, yeah, of course it is, man.
Yep.
Just so you know, his full name is Mannequin Merch Slinger, spelled like Anakin.
Yep.
He's my favorite. I love him.
He's great.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
He just so happens to fit right there too.
Yeah.
Like,
We're just glad that he decides to sit there every episode.
Yeah. He occasionally moves and like leaves, and it's terrifying. Yeah.
I always forget.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, bud, I'm going by, and then, because that's what Manny sounds like. He's like, well, hey, and then
He doesn't.
well, I'm gonna get going.
I gotta go to work.
He just sounds like he's got a he sounds like he owns a party store, and he's obsessed with sucking the helium out of balloons. And he's riding a subway. He's like, oh, I gotta get going. And then...
He's a day trader, though, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's a day
He's
trader.
worth like a couple mil now.
Yep.
I'm proud of my boy.
He's our investor.
Yeah. I'm proud of my boy. He's our investor. Use promo code Mannequin.
To get 20% off nothing. Because we have nothing yet.
Yeah. That's another goal we had set, man. Like,
We'll do that eventually.
yeah. I've got some designs rolling around, man. Like, people have actually been asking for the dick koozies, too. Yeah, episode 2.
I forgot about that.
So did I. Someone, like, messaged me the other day and was like, when are you guys going to drop the dick koozies? And I was like, dude, that was a joke. But, I don't know, October?
Oh, we forgot to put the ding ding on the set.
Oh, yeah, they're in my room.
We'll put them out eventually.
Yeah.
But we have... I guess this first half is a bit about the podcast.
Yeah.
Because we're almost at transition time soon.
Yeah, we're doing it, man.
Yeah, we have plans. Trying to eventually do some upgrades to the game set.
Get a couple more mics in here too, because I did notice in episode 20 you can barely hear me.
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
but we're gonna do that, and then I'm working on projecting, and actually.
Well, it's not that we
moving a mic
need
and
more
not this.
mics. It's that we need a mixer.
Yeah, we need
So
a
that
mixer.
I
That's what I
can-
meant by more
yeah.
mics, so we can have more mics on the set.
Yeah.
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 And then I'm getting better at actually
Yeah.
not whatever that was. Not getting better at that. I'm the best at that. No. Dude, the Snapchat that killed me. I forgot that we were talking about when I was like a dad at Jeff's party, and someone sent me a
Yeah.
Snapchat of that where I was like talking about the dad story, and then Jeff goes, "Look at me. I'm your daddy now." Like, that one
was-
got me, man.
Oh, God. But
We at transition?
not yet.
Okay, I was gonna say.
We got
I can't see it from
we got a
here,
couple
so-
minutes.
Okay, cool.
But,
How are you guys doing?
yeah,
You
let us know in
doing
the
great?
comments.
Yeah.
How you're doing. I think this drops next week.
Yeah.
We're pretty on point right now with when we're filming.
Yeah. And that and
The way life's going.
we really lucked out with the snow day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we get
this
to
worked out
knock
for us.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Um
I actually went to work for half the day,
I didn't.
basically. A little over half the day.
Yeah. I checked my texts and then was like, cool. And then went back to sleep, and then I woke up and was like, uh-oh.
It's all right.
I honestly would have called in anyway, though,
Yeah.
after seeing that snow.
Yeah, it would have been a bit of a
I could have
horrendous
made
drive
it,
for
but
you.
no, it would not have been fun in that Kia.
Yeah, no, it'd have been pretty bad. It was. I'm lucky I have 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. I mean, if I throw it in sport mode, it cuts through, but
Then you
still.
also are going in sport mode.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Sometimes it's actually fun. Not on snow.
When you drove me here, that was funny because you were like, "Oh, this thing's got a little bit of get up and go," and I was like, and you're like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Yeah, sport mode, baby."
He's like, "Thanks for the warning."
I didn't say anything. I just turned it on and was like, "Oops."
It's okay. But no. We man,
Dude, I'm having so much fun. Like,
it's just fun doing all this shit, and then we also like we'll randomly look at like what what numbers are, and we're like, oh, that's cool.
I barely look at the analytics, and then occasionally I'll open it up and be like, oh,
that's pretty nice.
Like when I was doing all the stock stuff, like I opened that chart and was like, what happened? How?
Yeah.
Like we doubled one weekend, and I was like, what is going on? Like, it's just an excuse to hang out with my bro.
Well, the maids.
Yeah, actually, it was the maids.
It was the maids.
Yeah. Which I do want to hit him up before his promo's over and
yes,
do another one with him.
Yep.
Maybe not like a crazy one like that, but like get some actual like
we'll do some stuff.
Photos, you know, nice little outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. Nice
That's
little
good
outfit. A little fit.
A little fit.
Tiny little fit.
A little bit of drippy drip.
Little drip.
Call my outfit chlamydia. Because it's got a drip.
God, I hate that joke.
Get tested. Right?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a small part of me that thought you said kid tested, and I was like, that's not what he said.
Kid tested, kid approved.
Transition. Back. It's okay.
Do you like that transition? I don't know what we put there, but I hope you liked it.
I know what I'm putting there. But
yeah, so that's got a little nostalgic in the first half because 6 months in, baby.
yeah, yeah. It was a little hard not to talk about that with everything going on in life, but it's cool. 6 months.
6 months, man.
Excited to keep going another 6 months. We'll probably really get into it again at the year marker. Excited to bring more guests.
Yeah.
You'll see.
A lot more.
A lot more.
Yeah, like just in that little period of us recording, I got like 6 messages. So, yeah, I'll be hitting those guys up.
Yeet.
Yeah.
So, I got a question. Starting questions.
Yeah, we're gonna try to
find our way out of it.
Yeah.
What age did you think you would become an adult, and what age did you actually? Do you think you actually did?
Like as a child?
Yeah, like when did you think? Obviously, I assume 18.
I was actually thinking around 20, and
yeah,
I've got 2 answers for when I think I became an adult and when I think I like became my definition of an adult. So when I became an adult, I actually think I was 12. Because I have had a weird friggin' life. But when I think I became my definition of an adult was like 27. Yeah. Now I'm working on becoming an old adult by 29. And then dead by 50.
That's it.
Yeah.
No,
Get rich or die trying, baby.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like for me, I mean, I thought I would become more of an adult around, like, before I was 10 years old. I figured I'd be an adult when I was, like, 18 or 20,
Yeah.
around there. And then I definitely started becoming more of an adult when I was 9, after Papa went go-go.
Yeah. Mine was around mine was actually around 9/11, but then I grew up real quick because of it. So
That was literally 3 months after for
Yeah.
me, so
so
it was
that's why I
kind of
say
all
12.
encompassing, yeah.
Yeah. Like I was paying bills at my house like at 16, taking care of my sisters and making sure shit got done. You know,
Yeah.
all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I actually probably became an adult around 25,
Yeah. I want to say
maybe.
27 was when like I felt like I kind of had an idea of what I was doing.
Yeah, saying like 25, 26.
Because what was I doing at 25?
25. That would have been,
3 years ago?
yes.
4 in July? Yeah. Yeah, I want to say around 20, 26, 27. Within that range, I started like getting my shit together and doing the stuff I was supposed to do. So yeah, around 27.
Yeah. Yeah,
For my definition of it. Like,
yeah.
you know, a comparison to a lot of people, like, I kind of had my stuff together,
Yeah.
you know?
See, like, the thing is like, I started to get myself together around the time, like, maybe 21.
Yeah. Well, you bought this place around 21, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically, for the first 3 years out of high school, I just worked and went home, and then, like, paid off my car.
Yeah.
I made double payments. That was it, because I just didn't do anything. I just went home and chilled for the most part. And then
That's what I should have done.
and then
Honestly.
happened to save some money and was lucky enough to get this place.
That's where I'm feeling. That's what I was saying, like 29, man. I feel like last year I got the car. This year I'm going to get the house. Or next year, depending on what I do. Yeah. I see we're still smoky and drinky.
Yep.
Smokey and the bear, baby. I'm the bear.
Yep. No.
Yeah, That's what I'm looking at. And like going back to what I was saying earlier, I know I'm shit posting and looking like an idiot, but I'm kind of smart. Like
Yeah. You are
behind the
no,
scenes,
we,
I got some stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to do a lot of things in life.
Yeah, a lot.
To say the least. But we tried to no, question. Back to question.
Do you want me to drop one?
Yeah, I think we subsequently answered that through
Mine's
rambling.
a little more childish than yours.
Yes.
What is the weirdest thing someone has ever done in your house?
In this house, what's the I want to say I can name one of the times. I don't know. There's been quite a few parties at this house. I think maybe the one our oldest former vocalist, second, an older vocalist of the many, one of them, was upstairs huffing my duster, and when we kind of caught him doing it, he played it off, but like, yeah, I mean, that was definitely weird.
Yeah.
Not too much. I mean, I don't know. Cops got called to stop one of the house shows.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not weird, but I guess you know, it was kind of fun in the scheme of all of it. I was a little worried at first, but it worked out pretty well. They were cool. They yeah, I had a house show. Went after 11. Didn't really notify enough of the neighbors. Entire street got filled with cars. Cops showed up at 11, and but they were cool. We were cool and smart, and we made sure everyone that was under 21 had an X on their hands. So we were like, yeah, we ID'd them. We told them they're not supposed to be drinking. So if they are, like, we literally told them, we marked them, so you can see that. And they're like, wow, like,
Yeah, we did
not
that
many
at the
people
Buffalo
do
House,
that.
man.
Because I was like, dude, I'm not fucking around. I know in the neighborhood I'm in.
Yeah, we did that all the time at the Buffalo House.
Yeah.
And then if somebody was underage drinking and we didn't know they were underage drinking, we had that secret room.
Yep.
And we'd be like, get the fuck in there.
Yep. And then we were like, after that, we knew.
Yeah.
But,
you actually reminded me of one of the weirdest things that happened at the Buffalo House.
Yeah.
With your story.
Yeah.
I was going to tell the story of the 3 girls in the hot tub. When they just disappeared. I won't name their names.
Yeah.
I think only 2 of them might watch this. But, yeah, it was a small little get-together. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We invited somebody over because they were having a really tough weekend, and we were like, just come over, have a couple drinks. Not a big party. Then I invited another person over because she was having a tough time. So I was like, yeah, come over, have a couple drinks. We'll all...
We were literally just like...
There was like 6 of us.
Not
10 of
yeah,
us, maybe?
after everyone got there, yeah.
And then they pulled their typical girl
6
thing
to
where
7.
Yeah, where they pulled their typical girl thing where they're like, we gotta go to the bathroom, and like my bathroom was huge in that house, so it was like
it's Buffalo House.
Yeah, you could fit like 30 people in there. But we're sitting down in the kitchen, and we're like, man, they've been up there a while.
Yeah,
Like
we were literally playing a board game.
Yeah, it was
or
like
something.
They
Just
said they had to pee. Like, what's going on? Are they talking trash about us? And then I heard some giggling and was like, yeah, they're talking trash about us. And then I heard like a splash and was like,
what?
No, that tub cost me $50 every time it's ran. So like,
yeah,
I ran up and was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I like knocked, of course, because I was like, if they're naked, I don't want to walk in there.
Yeah.
But I was like, I knocked and was like, hey, what's going on in here? And they're like, it's us. And I was like, this is my house. I'm not going to go in there if you're naked. And they're like, actually, we need some towels. And I came in and I was like, dude, this tub cost me like $50 to run every time, but you're having a good time, so I don't care. But it's $50 every time. And like, they had a good time, man. They
that was pretty.
They enjoyed it.
That was hilarious because we were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they were like, someone bring us stuff. We were like, no.
I'm bringing
like,
them in drinks. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm your waiter now, but
yeah,
you guys deserve this.
That was
But
funny.
the weirdest
I just
thing,
kept like, I was like, oh
you
my
reminded
God.
me with the duster thing, man.
Yeah.
I was downstairs and it was a bigger party, and then I was like, I got to go up to my room to grab my phone off my charger. Went upstairs, came down, like barely any time at all, and then there was just Whippet canisters, like just all over my floor, and I was like, I don't think I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
But I didn't see them do it.
Yeah.
I knew they did it. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, that was when I started realizing that the party house was becoming too much of a party house.
Yeah.
Or the time a random dude came in at 3 PM when I was cooking dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just walked into my back door and was like, hey, there a party tonight? And I was like, it's Tuesday. And he's like, yeah, is there a party tonight? And I was like, no. Please get out of my house. And he's like, oh, sorry, man. Like, I'll check back later. And I was like, no.
No, don't.
No.
Unless you're invited.
I'm like, unless you're invited, man, like, don't just come over to my house. I'm like, I'll call the police. And then there was a party that night. But I was like, I was fucking scared, man. I was like, this dude just walked into my back door. And you had to go through that gate. Like,
Yeah,
what
for
the
that,
hell?
if he was going through that door.
Yeah. So people, you have good memories of the Buffalo House, and I do too. But man, it got a
There's
little
a lot.
sketchy there for a little bit.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of stories about it over the
Yeah.
years. But
yeah, those are the weirdest things that happened in my house.
I remember, like,
Aside from, when I was younger and I lived with those crack addicts. That's not a joke.
I mean, I don't know what would be some of the, like, weird shit that's happened other than that here. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, other than just random drinking stuff, like people,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you and I are pretty chill people.
Yeah, we didn't do
Yeah.
I didn't get to too much shit.
I
Tried not
wild
to if
out
I
for a little bit,
could.
but no, even in comparison
Most
to
of
a lot
my
things.
most of that shit was in, like, when we were drinking, just like shenanigans there, not anything crazy either.
Yeah,
Just
you and I had
at a
some
party.
weird shit that happened, but it was never anything crazy.
Yeah,
But we got to pop another question, man.
yeah.
Oh, I just scrolled down and it was like, what is the weirdest thing you've seen in someone else's home? It's the same question, man.
Yeah, if you guys have a question, submit them in the comments. We'll try and save them and answer it on the podcast.
Yeah. Actually, send us questions, man. I'll make a post about that later. Just send us some stuff to ask each other. Because I want to start asking, like, I want to start answering your stuff. You know? And
Yeah.
answer our questions, too. What's the weirdest thing that happened in your house?
Okay, so how about this? What's your most memorable time getting ice cream?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even think. I just read the question. I read something
Not
about
even
ice cream.
Irma's, man.
When you first got Irma's?
When you and I first started hanging out, I think we were friends for like roughly a year at this point, because it was when I started talking to Danae, and I crashed that wedding, which was, yeah, you and I are pretty chill. I literally crashed a wedding.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you came to Mike's former
wedding.
couple's
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah, and they weren't even mad. They loved me when I showed up, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I was
Yeah.
late to my buddy, and they were like, "Oh."
I showed up and like I got some photos with like random people. They're like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm here to crash the wedding to see my best friend and this girl I'm interested in." And they were like, "Dope, where's your friend?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And they're like, "We're about to take some photos." And I was like, "All right."
Join.
I was like, "Do you want me to take them for you?" And they're like, "Nah, get in here, man." And I'm like,
Okay.
"All right."
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that was fun, man. But no, anyway, sorry, to the ice cream. You and her were like obsessed with Irma's.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, we gotta go get Irma's. And like, I don't know why it's like stuck in my head, but like we just went to Irma's and we're just sitting outside eating the frozen custard. And that's the one that popped in my head.
Yeah.
That or the time I went to try to go get Dairy Queens when I was down visiting my grandparents, and it turns out the Dairy Queens that was recently rebuilt that year, because the previous year it got hit by a tornado, that year.
Oh.
So I didn't get ice cream.
They got the double hit.
Double dip, baby.
Double dipping.
But yeah.
Oh, God, that sucks. I think, well, I guess, yeah, I have like maybe two of them, but like the big first one, if I have to really narrow it down, first one would have to be when I was probably 7, maybe, and my dad, we were doing work on this house that he was in Ferndale, and he needed our help doing stuff. One, he was breaking up the cement, or had broken it up, and we had to fill it with cement. And then 2, he needed my help specifically because I was old enough but also small enough to get into a crawl space
Been there.
and turn something off or whatever for him.
Pulled the Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Put these wires together.
No, I just had to get down there and do whatever and look at something in it. And so to wake us up, he had Moose Tracks ice cream.
Oh, the best.
And then we had chocolate fudge and Oreos on top with it.
The best.
Yeah, that was breakfast.
My dad had a different way of waking me up when I had to help him. It like barely snowed in Oklahoma. And it was when we lived in the trailer. Holy crap. Yeah. Our trees were poisonous where we lived. So like the army like moved us out of that area until they got rid of the trees and put us in a trailer. That was the first time I ever talked to him about girls. But anyways, I had to help him with something. And to wake me up, he just like gathered he gathered the little bit of snow that we had gotten into like this snowball like this big. And by gathering it up, it condensed and like turned into an ice ball. But he didn't know that. He thought it was just a snowball. And he just came into my room and chucked it at me. And it hit and like cut my face. And I was like, ah. And he's like, I need your help with something. And then just left. And I'm sitting there bleeding like, what the hell just happened? I come out and I'm like, dude, what did you do? He's like, why are you bleeding? And I was like, you threw an ice ball at me, man.
He's like, what? And you're like, it's still together in my bed.
But yeah, I had to help him with something. What's your most memorable time getting pizza or a pizza related item?
Oh,
and it can't be.
It's
well,
not.
You don't even remember that one. I was gonna say it can't be the time you ate the whole pizza to yourself.
It's not. I can remember there was this one time when. Oh, I just thought of two.
Tell him, man.
Okay, so the first one, I'll tell two. First one was with an old friend named Chad when I was in the 5th grade. He was like my best friend from 5th to 6th grade. At the time, it was when like Happy's up here just started to like open. I think maybe its original location.
Yeah.
And then they started branching off. I have no idea. I just know the one opened by him. And so we started going there, and we were young enough, and it was 2 streets over from his house. So we would just walk over there and get like a large square bacon pepperoni with like the, Parmesan crust type thing.
I have 2 now too.
It was a square, and I just remember us. It was like the best pizza at the time. Since then, I don't know. I noticed it wasn't as good as it used to be, but it was. I mean, from at that time, it was phenomenal. Dude. The second one is when my dad used to take us to Pizza Hut, and so Pizza Hut's pizza is pretty greasy. Well, on the bottom, what he would do first is he'd take the plate, and I remember us just sitting there, and he, takes all the Parmesan from the thing and just starts dumping it. Now, he doesn't take the top off, but he just starts shaking it and coating the bottom in a nice layer.
So it soaks up the grease?
So it soaks up the grease on the bottom of the pizza.
My mom taught me
and he was like, you let it sit there. You take it out, let it sit there, too, because it's too hot.
Yeah.
Eat a breadstick. Yeah. And then you can eat it, so then it's set on the bottom of the pizza. Dude. And it was always stuffed crust, too, when they had it.
Had to be.
So, I was like, dude, these are just prime things to remember about eating pizza. Is like, if you eat pizza and you have Parmesan, no matter what your pizza is, it's always going to be somewhat greasy. Unless you make like a home oven wood burn type thing, then it doesn't work. But any kind of delivery, it's gonna be a little greasy. Throw that Parmesan down, soak in the flavor. You're eating pizza. You're not Don't. Yeah, unless you're trying to super calorie count and you're eating a
I thought you were
if you're
gonna
trying
say.
to, here's the thing.
I thought you were gonna
It's
say
almost
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I was
yes,
like, where is he going with this?
Mary Poppins. No, it's if you. Look, it's a tip that only works for pizza that is greasy.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: is most likely if you're trying to like diet,
Yeah, you're not gonna be getting pizza
well,
unless you're like me.
well, here's the thing: is if you're dieting but you eat pizza, it's that time where you're not necessarily giving a shit.
Yeah, it's your cheat
So you can have that little bit of extra give way,
day. Yeah.
and not, it's just some Parmesan, bro. Just take the parm.
Yeah.
Take it.
God,
Eat it.
You reminded me
Love
of
it.
two things. I was gonna get really wholesome with it, but you said Pizza Hut, and here's a weird fact about myself and Pizza Hut that a
yeah.
lot of people don't
Oh
remember.
God, can you? Is this the story of you?
Drunk at Pizza Hut?
Yes.
No.
Can you need?
I'll
to
tell that one though. So the story I was gonna tell, my mom and I both worked at Pizza Hut, and at separate times. When I worked at Pizza Hut, I was a delivery driver, but I came into work. I wasn't going to be a delivery driver that day. I lived like 5 minutes from there, so they called me in to help, and I told my manager, I was like, "Hey, I've been drinking," and she's like, "That's fine." And I was like, "No, I've been drinking to where if I stop, I'm gonna get sick later." And she's like, "All right, bring some in a Gatorade bottle." And I was like, "What?" So I came in, still drinking while I'm working, which could get me in trouble, I guess, but
Yeah.
who the fuck cares? And I made, I think, about 100 pre-made like pizzas, because you make them, throw them in the freezer or walk-in fridge, and then you pull them out as you go to thaw out and throw in. So I was only coming in there to prep, and I go into the walk-in freezer with all the pizzas that I just made, and I turn around and like my ass hits the cart perfectly and just knocks them all over. And I'm sitting there laughing hysterically. My manager, who I will not name, she was drinking with me when I got there. So her and I are just in the walk-in, just dying of laughter. And this like 16 or 17-year-old high school kid is like, "What? No, we just lost like 100 pizzas. Like, how are we gonna beat the dinner rush?" And my manager is like, "Me and Edie were veterans. Do you think we can't like knock this thing out? Like, we've done worse things in an hour." And I was like, "You were a veteran?" And she's like, "Yeah, why do you think I let you come in here and drink while you're on the shift?" And I was like, "Nice."
There
So
you
we go over
go.
there, and like those 100 pizzas took me like 3 hours because I was taking my time.
Yeah.
And then we had an hour until the dinner rush, which meant we had like 30 minutes to prep up a bunch of pizzas for the night. Dude, we knocked out like 200 or 300 while still sitting there just doing shots with each other, like having a good time. And then the night manager comes in, and I'm leaving before the dinner rush, but I only came in to prep. And the night manager comes in. Me and the other manager are sitting in the manager's office, just like laughing, having a time. And she comes back by, and she's like, "Hey, everybody else here was saying you guys were doing some stuff," and we're like, "Oh no, we're good.
Just making pizzas.
We're just making pizzas." And she's like, "How much did you prep?" And we were like, "Oh, we got you like a couple hundred. You know, like you should be set for the shift." And like we went from like drunk happy to immediately like professional as all hell. And
Well, yeah.
yeah,
That's what you do.
yeah. And she's like, "Wow, you guys are great."
That's how you work in a kitchen.
She's like, "You guys should work together more often." And then she's like, "Edie, you want to be a delivery driver tonight for me?" And I was like, "No." So I went home. But the other fun fact about myself and my mother, my mom worked at Pizza Hut way back when I was little. And a lot of people don't know this, but Pizza Hut had a mascot, Cheesy the Clown. My mom was Cheesy the Clown for our local Pizza Hut.
Oh, boy.
I was terrified of clowns, and I thought that Cheesy the Clown had eaten my mother and was freaking out. I would never go near her, like ever, when she was dressed up as Cheesy the Clown. But my pizza stories, Are we close to the transition?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll tell the first one because it's wholesome and a good transition away from the drunken Pizza Hut story. I used to have a lot of issues with people my mom dated, Like, I literally hated one guy so much that I took a shit in his bathtub so we would never go back. I was like 4. But I did it on purpose. But my dad, when they dated for roughly a year before I met him. And he came over, and my mom was real worried that I wouldn't like him. He came over with calzones and like a full pizza and everything. And my mom was like, I don't think this is going to win him over. You know, like, he's a smart kid and this and that. And I was like, oh, you brought pizza? And he's like, yeah, and I brought calzones too. And I was like, what are calzones? And then I immediately loved him just because he brought pizza, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you ever want to win me over, man.
Pizza. Yeah. But,
Is that it? That got really wholesome.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I liked that later half.
Yeah, I think we'll have to call it there. I think
Yeah. We got a lot more stuff to record today.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for supporting us 6 months in.
Yeah,
It's
thank
really
you for
cool.
6 months. Here's another like 10 more 6 months. That's only 5 years. Yeah, actually, here's another 5 years. Let's go.
Well, fuck it. At least 5. All right.
God,
But
I'll
with
be
that-
30 something.
Thank you. See you
love
guys
you.
next time.
Send us questions, like, comment, subscribe, share our stuff. We'll share your stuff. We love you.
Bye, guys.